Hello bonsai friends, it's Lee with Lee's Trees. Today we're going to do a repot on our Chinese elm. I know it's not really the right time of year to be working on one of these, but as you can see, the tree is not looking in its best shape. And maybe I should have done this a few months ago. It almost looks like this whole branch here is almost completely died off. Just give it a quick turn there. Like I said, we're going to do a quick repot on it, or not quick, but we're going to repot it, get it out of this soil and into some more of an actual bonsai mix. And let me set this to the side here. And this is the pot I've chosen. The pot, nice dark blue. I think almost like that side is the front a little better. I've already got it pre-set up with some wire and screens. This is not copper wire. It looks coppery, but it is actually aluminum. I'll set that off to the side. Alright, so we'll get started here in just a moment. Now, normally I would go ahead and work right on my little mat here that's supposed to catch everything. But because this is more of a loamy soil, I'm going to use a little basin here to try to catch a lot of that. And I've checked, it is not wired in the bottom. So I'm just going to sort of push up from the bottom there in the big drainage hole and lift it out. Probably could have tried working around the edges a little. He likes to use window screen. I've used window screen a few times. Okay, we were able to catch a lot of it there. I'm not too worried about this moss. And let me grab my root pruners here. So now I do want to take off a few of these. Okay, now as I was getting this out of the pot, I don't know, I guess it doesn't smell too terribly bad, like it might have root rot in it or anything. You can see there's where it was a cutting, where it was removed from the original tree. This could have been an air layer. We'll get a lot of that loosened up and removed. Let's see if we can adjust our camera a little bit. Following the teachings of Nigel Saunders, I'm going to try and give those a little radial pull there. And give them a turn, a look over. So I can tell I don't really want that piece there either. So we're going to take that off. And this root here, it's got a few pieces, but it's got a another smaller subdivision there. So I think I'm going to take it back to there. That one's wanting to circle around some, so we'll actually it's wanting to circle from all the way back there. So I'm only going to plan on taking out a few of these. Not too many. I don't really like those two big ones sitting right there. Or that little knot. How much is coming off of that? Not a lot is coming off of that one there. But if I take it off, then I might not have much room to wire it down, or much left to wire it down to. And while we're doing this, we might want to take a minute and pick us a front for our tree. I believe when I was originally looking at this tree, I believe I was going to choose that as my front, my primary branch, secondary branch. The one in the back would make even though it's almost a little bit of a bar branch situation. I've seen elms with that before in big professional shows, and no one seems to complain about them. So trying to decide where would be a good front. Maybe let's take a moment, take our knife. Yeah, see that's brown there. Okay, so it's green to there. So that little bit is brown, but it's still green to right there. So that's living tissue. I was almost at one time thinking of removing that rear branch as a bar branch and using that one as my rear. But for right now I'm going to leave everything, but I do think that that is pretty much going to be my front right there. Set it off to the side a little. Since more of it's on that side, I'll set it off to this side a little bit more. And I do kind of like that height right there for the moment. Much wire. Wiggle it over a tiny bit more. Try and keep my arm out of the camera view. Start to give that a little bit of a twist. Bring this over here and start to give this a little bit of a twist. And now. goes down a little bit more, but let's go ahead and get this scrap wire out of the way and turn it back to our front. Those roots down. I'm using a mix from the Bonsai Supply, and I've mixed up the regular bonsai tree mix and the show hen mix, so the large and small particles together. Uh-oh, that one root is going to continue to want to stick up. There you go, it won't stick up if it's not there. Okay, let's get I forgot to mention that I got this pot from a local nursery called Maples and More. A couple named Horace and Lisa. They've got a nursery they've had for a few years, and they're starting to get into bonsai. They're only about 20 minutes away from me, which is really fantastic. They do ship, and like their name says, Maples and More, they have got a lot of Japanese maples. So if you're interested in a Japanese maple, give them an email or a call, and I'll give a link to their website in the description, and I'll give you a little shot of their information here. And like I said, if you're looking for a Japanese maple, they also have a few bonsai pots. Not too many tools, but like I said, they're just getting started in bonsai. I wanted to give them a shout out. I got this and a couple other smaller pots. There it is. This is our Chinese lacebark elm. Set it back here a bit. See how the focal point for the camera is. Give it a turn for you. Actually, I could probably give it a little bit of a slower turn. So I'm going to take this out, give it a good watering, and hopefully it'll start to improve a little. I know it's the first week of October, not a lot of growing season left, but hopefully we might see a little bit of improvement. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe.